Hi, I'm Sandy. I'm actually the attendee of the Art of Brainstorming, which is organized by Ideas.inc, and we are all from NTU. So in this 2 days of workshop, we actually learned many things, and one of the most important thing about Art of Brainstorming will be these 3 parts, which me and my 2 friends will go through with you. So the first part of brainstorming will be sensing. And what is sensing all about? First, we have to know about mental modes and what are mental models. And the most important part is asking the right questions. So we have labeled this as why as the most important question, and downwards to which. And also we must know about why we are limited in our thinking, which is the cultures and everything that affect us. So we have to open up our minds and become more aware of my thinking and reasoning, and make my thinking visible to others, and also inquire into others about thinking and reasoning. And we also learned about the 10 phases of innovation, which is over here, 3 groups: learners, organizers, and builders. And after we have learned all this whole chunk of thing, we actually went over to Raffles MRT to have a sensing session. So what I can say about this visual thinking is that through visual art, we can actually learn a lot more about everything in just a picture. So right now I'll hand over to Joel, who will talk about ideation, part 2.
Hello! I'm talking about ideation. Actually, in these 3 parts, right, it's all done within one entire day. And what we can share about ideation is, I want to bring your focus to these little post-its here. You see this little blue, red, yellow? These are actually little ideas that you have that you can actually help to generate ideas. The 2 key pointers that you take note is divergent and convergent. So you go to divergent, you generate a lot of ideas, and then you converge to look for a particular good idea, the top 3. So basically, that is the entire process that we actually went through. If I know wrong, there was actually a process where a particular game that we actually had was like a competition where you actually have to like come up with ideas and then to fix and to build out a very tall structure, as high as you can to reach up to the ceiling. Something from there, we actually created many different prototypes, and which is like, and it's also shown here, the marshmallow challenge, whereby the marshmallow will be at the top, and then it's supported by spaghetti sticks. I think it's very interesting. I mean, I've never been through something like that before. Of course, after ideation, you have the convergent part. How can you, I mean, as written here, how can you actually create the future? You have to consider prototyping, and there are certain considerations that you take into considerations. For example, relevance. How is it relevant? Is it right? Is it revolutionary? Is it rapid? All the R's basically. It's easy to remember and stuff like that. And of course, they also shared the types of prototypes. Like say, for example, the act of role-playing, the storyboarding, as well as the relationship diagrams. In these different models that you have, it can actually help you select and create a very good to select a prototype that is actually working, and then to further improve on the entire idea. So, of course, when you move on to prototyping the space, which is slightly within the idea of ideation, to develop further, you move on further to whether is it going to be successful, is it going to be failure. Of course, when you want to like people, you need to let people know why, and then, which brings us to the next big point of the 3 main pointers that were shared on that day, is storytelling, and that Amanda will share with you.
Hi everyone. Okay, the last part for brainstorming is storytelling. You want to tell people why they want to know this, why they want to know your idea. So there's 3 main parts. You have to prepare beforehand, and you also have to know your audience so you can know exactly what to do to capture them. And finally, for pitching, you need to tell them why they want to know the idea, why it's good. And you also have to tell them how this idea works, how it's going to be successful, and also what the idea is. And finally, this will enable you to pitch well, and when you pitch well, you can get to top 40, top 15, and top 6. And finally, you will shine in the competition. And which is the whole purpose of this course, which is teach us how to pitch and how to be successful. Which is why you should join this course, Visual Arts, because it sums up everything in one go and you can learn very easily.